Got a little Saturday milk haul, thought I would do. Some people like seeing these, some people don't. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I do enjoy getting new stuff in the mail. And been pretty fortunate lately. Been finding some rare stuff and things like that, so it kind of comes in cycles. Seems like we go through a dry spell and you don't find anything and nothing you need pops up and all that, and then all of a sudden it breaks loose. So just about the time you're ready to give up, usually when stuff starts to pop up again. Picked up this crane on eBay. Seemed like it was in pretty nice condition, and I've been needing a red one. At one time I had this and I didn't think I was going to collect the cranes and stuff, so I ended up selling it. And then I seen the orange one and I really liked the way the orange one looked, so I went ahead and picked it up. So once I had it, I had to have the red one also. So anyway, that's the red crane. It's on a Road King chassis. Now here's the cool part for me anyway. After I bought the crane on eBay, the seller messaged me and said, I have some more stompers. Well, everybody loves hearing that. So, of course, we got to talking, we exchanged phone numbers and stuff, and he had a few others that I wanted. So we ended up wheeling and dealing a bit, and I picked up all of these from the same seller, and he ended up shipping them for free even. So it was really awesome of him to do that for me. Looks like he's packaged them pretty well. Some of this stuff's not nice, and then other stuff is really, really nice. So, like I said, this is one of those rare occasions, because even though I have a lot of stompers I've had to pay up, a lot of these have been eBay finds and things like that. So obviously you don't really get that good a deal on eBay because people bid things up when they're rare. So anyway, this is my Saturday milk haul, and actually a little more than I was expecting to pull out of there. When you see it in photos, it's one thing, but when it's in your face, it's another sometimes. So I guess I'll go ahead and just start opening them up as quick as I can. Might be a little longer video than usual. Oh yeah, I forgot. Some of these are tanks and military, so I have a lot of these, and I will probably end up selling quite a few of the military stompers because I didn't really need those, but I had to buy them all to get the ones I wanted. Let's find something good here. Let's see what's this. I like the military okay, but I have a little lot of them over there already. I don't really need to buy more. Now this is a common for the most part, but common and complete, that's always good. So there's one down. Let's see, here's something over here. Let's check this out. This one here is one of the construction log trucks that holds the lumber, and the tampos are super clean on that bad boy. So that's kind of cool. I'm not sure if the wood is here or not. I do 3D print the wood, so worst case scenario, I'll pop up the printer and get it rolling. I'd rather have original, just like most, but sometimes you take what you can get. Nice little dump, yellow dump. Looks pretty much complete. One of the exhaust stacks has come loose, but other than that, that's a little bit rarer version of the dump truck. Also, it's got the different tampos on it. Let's see here. It's got this labeled, but I don't really know what that means. So sometimes it's hard to open these up without cutting through your stomper. You gotta be careful. Another fairly common Mac, black Mac, but pretty decent shape. Some of these, like I said, there was some that I wanted and there was some that I had to buy in order to get them all. And I don't mind buying extras because I know there's guys on the group that need some of them, and I can always pop them on there and move a few of those to help out some of the guys. Another military semi here. It's the Mac, I think that's the Mac, and it's the missile version, which I like. So I don't know if I'll keep it or not. I've got 2 missile trucks now. I'll have to compare the camouflage and see if it's the same as the others. If it's different, then I'll keep it as a variation. It's different. Little water demon deal. I think the demon's there also. Let me compare these others up real quick. Just curious. Yep, that's same as the one I already have. But that's one of my favorite semi military trucks. So who knows? I get in the mood. Sometimes I'm in the mood to keep everything, and then I get in the mood sometimes to sell doubles and things like that. My collecting has changed now because I get so many. Oh wow. Well, it's a water demon body, but it's a PTO chassis for a workhorse, and good tabs, and all three of the, well, all the wheels look good too. Wow, didn't know that was there. That's a nice score. Military water demon body. Oh boy, this is early Christmas for me. I love seeing you guys' mail calls also, so I'm hoping other people follow. It's a little nerve-wracking the first time you do it, but we'll be nice as possible. These are also one of my favorite military vehicles, the half-tracks. I always thought they were awesome for some reason. And another little military score there. The sad part is I've about forgot what all I bought, so I'll have to look through the screenshots I took just to double check it all. And there's actually a second box, or a third box I should say, that's coming. There's a Freightliner. It's the more common with the chrome light bar on the roof. There's actually another box coming that's got a few in it that are pretty nice. When we were working the deal, I bought all these first, and he shipped them out right away. And then he said he had a friend that had some stompers, so he went and got those, and made me a price on those. I ended up buying all those too. Now that's got pretty good tampos on it. It's missing the battery cover, but I think a little cleanup and maybe a little chrome touch up, and that Mac there will be back in service. And that's a little harder one to find sometimes, so that's handy. Sometimes we say things are rare, but it just means we haven't seen one in a while. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I like tow trucks like these. This one here, I believe I already have it also, but it just looks good to me. I love the red and the blue together, so probably a keeper. We'll see. I got to check mine and see if it's nicer. A lot of times I'm hoping that things come in are nicer than what I already had, so then I can upgrade. Now everybody loves a good GMC, and it's rare to find one of these that still has the fuel tank on the passenger side. That's usually popped off for some reason. Now obviously it's missing the side switch battery cover, which is one of the harder ones to find, but I think that I have one in my stash in there. But that thing looks pretty nice, so I'm I'm happy with that. That may be nicer than mine. So, hope you guys aren't getting bored. Another military. Feels a little heavy, like it's got an old battery in it. I hate it when that happens. Let's check it out and see what happens here. Hey, battery's in it, but it's an original Duracell. The original Duracell batteries had the copper top that's like an anodized look, and you can't find those anymore. And that battery's in good shape, so I know this sounds like I'm crazy, and I might be, but that will go into a workhorse set or something like that to complete it, because I kind of like the batteries being in there. And I keep an eye on them. If I start seeing them split or seep or anything like that, then I take them out, but it's nice for display, so I'm even happy about getting the battery. Chassis looks pretty good. One wheel falling off, of course, but that's common with Stompers. The wheels are just slip on. There's no knurling on the axles, so it's pretty typical for rims to slip off. I've heard of guys actually returning Stompers on eBay because the rim fell off when they got it, and I thought, man, these guys must be newbies. They don't know that's how all of them do. I've even had some Stompers that were sealed in the package that had cracked rims, and the rims would have fell off if I opened it up. Another Water Demon. I normally don't really collect the Water Demons much unless they're the truck bodies, but I will say it's kind of cool because it has the little trailer with it, so you can't really complain when you have a complete one. If there was a lime green truck body in a Water Demon, that would be kind of cool behind it too. Only a few more to go. Poor Ron has to open up all these Stompers and work hard on Saturday. Alright, there's a tank chassis. I thought body may be wrapped separate, I don't know. Let's see what this is. This looks like some Walmart bags here. About all they're good for is packing material. They barely make it home. No, it's not Walmart. My bad. Yeah, there's one of them that I was excited about. I have the red crane already, so obviously if you get the red crane, then you have to have the yellow crane. So that was in the lot. That was one of them I was pretty excited to get. Matter of fact, this one and a couple others is the reason I bought all of it. So let's go to the next one. We got a number 88, and as usual, the number's off the side, but we'll do something with it. Then we've got a Gen 1 cement truck with some serious yellowing on the white parts, but I actually have the drum and some other parts to this one, and this is actually on a military chassis, Gen 2, so that's not right. So we'll just put that in the repair pile, and I'll probably fix that because it has nice dampos on it. It's worth bringing back. Next, I usually try to make it a habit. If I win a Stomper from someone on eBay or somewhere, I usually message them afterward and ask them if they have other Stompers. And I actually didn't do that this time, so I was kind of fortunate that the guy got a hold of me. Now this is not a Stomper, but it's still pretty cool, and it's a Matchbox semi. Looks like it's a Peterbilt tow truck, so it's kind of cool. It was in the lot. The guy had it, so I said, sure, send it. I was collecting those for a short time, and I decided I wanted to focus more on Stomper collecting rather than all these sideline collections that I had going. It was just sucking money different direction, and I wanted to focus a little more. So I cleared off, this entire wall was 80s toys, Transformers and all sorts of stuff. And I cleared this entire wall, built new shelves, and moved stompers out here. So stompers are kind of taking over in the garage here. Another military, there goes a wheel flying. Ah, piece of crap. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. It does suck when the wheels fall off. If they get a light crack or anything like that, your wheels are just gonna fall right off. So typically what I do is I take a little crazy glue and I just put a dab on there and slip it on. You just gotta be careful not to put too much, or you'll glue the wheel to the chassis or something like that. Well, this one's hard to get out. I think it's just a military. Ah, there's two of them in there. Hey, got us a weed wagon. Somebody had a workhorse with PTO or something, it looks like. But anyway, that's a weed wagon. And the reason I call it that, there's an ad that Stomper had put out, and it showed this with some weeds in the back. So I started calling it the weed wagon, and obviously, you know, there's other sorts of weed that makes it kind of funny. So that's what it's been called since I've seen it anyway. Lots of yellow stuff today. That's a nice Kenworth right there. Again, battery cover missing. I don't know why they always are gone. I guess kids break that tab and it won't stay on there. They're pretty easy to break. Stompers aren't for kids, they're for grown-ups. Oh yeah. This one, when I bought the lot, wasn't even in the picture. And the guy told me, he said, I've got a couple more that I'm gonna send also. And he said he'd send me pictures later. And when I saw the picture of this, I thought, man, that's one of my favorite brats. And look at the tampos. I don't know if you can see that on the, if it'll zoom in enough or not. But the tampos are perfect on this thing. This is probably nicer than the one I had. So I'll be upgrading that for sure. Sure is nice. You can't beat that lime green. Looks cool. Pretty happy with that. Let's see what else we got today. The seller that I bought these from, he said he had a limit on eBay because he's only been selling for a short time. I think he had like 25 feedback, and he said he sold about 50 items and people hadn't left him feedback yet. But I went ahead and sent him money, goods and services through PayPal to buy the second lot. Slightly worried a little bit, but since we talked on the phone and I had his phone number and stuff, I was a little more apt to go ahead and do it. Another tank. Feels kind of heavy, maybe a battery in that one too. But anyway, as you see, this part's worked out and the other one's supposed to be delivered on Monday. So I was kind of hoping to get them all today, but there's only so much videoing a guy can do. Oh yeah, this one here is the other. This was the one of my favorite semis out of all of them. Might have some issues, so it feels like. But look at the tampos on that thing. That's unbelievable. That's a keeper right there. That's gonna go on the shelf. I have to play with that chassis. Sometimes these side switch semis act a little funny, the way it engages, and you have to pull them apart and manually move that stuff, and then it'll start working again. But either way, I'm happy with that. So that is today's mail call, and I am unbelievably happy with everything today. If I wasn't happy about this, I need to quit, because this is an awesome haul that I'm very, very satisfied with. So before everybody starts messaging me wanting to buy everything, just hold out until I get through everything and decide what's going to go and what's going to stay. And I will probably post some of it on the group. Try to keep prices cheap as I can. Paid pretty good money for some of it, so going to need good money back. Unfortunately, sometimes I overpay and I pay up, then I can't get my money back when I go to sell. But that's just how it goes, and it doesn't cost me nothing to keep them on the shelf over here anyway, so it's not a major big deal. But the military, I'd say, will be for sale, and they're going to be as is. I'm not going to probably get them running and stuff. I'll probably just sell them. I know the tracks on the tanks are very sought after. A lot of people need those, and last time I sold a set of tracks off of a tank, the guy gave me like $20. I've tried to sell a tank before for $20 and nobody bought it. So sometimes you got to think about outside the box and think about what parts are worth. But anyway, that pretty much concludes today's mail call. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope that all of you guys find a major mail call soon yourselves. And if you do, post them on the group. I love seeing it. If you don't want people hounding you to death about buying them, just put not for sale, in your title. That way people won't hound you. And until you find your mail call, stomp her on.